acceleration pace. Then Alan able to get the best of him on track in Magny-Cours. Pedro was able to hold on against a determined attack from both Peugeots in Czechia. Weissei also not able to capitalize in that race. 5 red lights from the line, and we're away. Sonic Veneno starts to the outside. Pedro, Alan, Math, Lart all trail behind him. Sonic gets a good start, but Alan gets a better start than all of them. Out front, it is Alan DSC now putting intense pressure on Sonic for the lead of this race. Maybe now inching ahead. As they make their way out of the first section of corners onto the straight, it is hard to tell who's in the lead, but the two clear front runners are Alan and Sonic. The Canadian on the mediums, looking to make some moves in what will be a 10-lap sprint. There's Pedro behind. The whole field is there together. Darwin, not a great start from the Audi driver. Gilherm as well, suffering a very slow start. He's all the way down to 19th. Alan's going to lead them now through Sector 2. So he gets ahead of Sonic. Pedro as well, still there. Math Kiddo is able to survive the start, but he's going to fall down to 5th. So he loses 2 places, maybe now back up to 4th as they make their way to the hangar straight and what will be a critical exit. Oh, yeah. If you want to make sure that you can pull away from the guy behind you, you've got to maintain your momentum. Some of the drivers able to do it well. Some of the other drivers maybe braking a little too hard. And right there, you can see just how destabilizing Copse Corner can be for these cars as they take it, the leaders, through the chicane cleanly onto the stretch for lap 2. Matt Kiddo just has to hold on for one more lap. He just needs to survive. Pedro is 7/10 down. He should get the wing open, but does he? He needs the wing open. He gets the wing open. Is it enough? His tires must be finished, and the mediums as well. Not exactly optimal, but that goes for all the cars on track. So now it's down to your skill. As it stands, Math gets a better exit onto the next straight, and I think it's his race to lose. Obviously, it's not a full race, it's a sprint, but the points haul would be immaculate. If he can maintain this pace later on today, he's got a great chance to win the whole thing this weekend. Qualified 3rd, has shown the pace to at least be on the podium all day, and now he is absolutely gapping the Williams. He needs to make it through 3 more corners, and Math Kiddo 149 takes the first one well, extends out to the right, survives the apex. Math Kiddo 149 is going to win the Silverstone sprint. What a drive. In an 11-lap shootout, obviously just crashed into the wall and lost his wing, but it doesn't matter. He's across the line, and he is your Silverstone sprint winner. And the Silverstone Grand Prix is underway. Lartum into the lead. Did he get a jump start? We don't know. He probably did, because he's pulled away from the field at an incredible pace. And that might be a DSQ. FIA, take a look at it later. But as it stands, Larton with an incredible start. Math Kiddo 149, Pedro, Zyro, Is That Oil, Daniel Gamer making an appearance for the McLaren team. The field makes their way now down the first straight. And you can see the collection of tires. We've got drivers on softs. We've got most of them on mediums. We've got a couple people on the hard tires. The strategies are all over the place for what is going to be a dry race, a slugfest. 26 laps around one of the worst PA circuits in terms of build quality. And Martin is going to lead us to the S's. What a start from the Aston Martin, the 2 McLarens, the 2 Peugeots trailing behind. Now Zyro under pressure from Pedro, from BR Master. Alan DSC, Crims, Moz, Is That Oil, all of them still in the top 10 and contending. Is That Oil now falls out of the top 10, but look how wide the field is spread out. It looks like a squadron, a melee, a horde of cars into Sector 3. And who the hell is that Peugeot? That is, in fact, Herman in the house. The man in the house. And he is lighting up the house as he brings it into the top 5. The reserve driver for Peugeot putting on a show. Alongside his teammate Alan, Math Kiddo into the lead. Lartem has disappeared. So yeah, as I was saying originally to open lap 7, it is gloves off now between Pedro and BR Master. Of course, we're at a third race distance almost. It is not the end of the world if they overtake you. So more than anything, you're trying to maintain pace, but Pedro got a bit too much at that corner, as we could see. BR Master with a chance now through Sector 2. We'll see what he's able to do. Math Kiddo holds on to third. That error really messing him up. Ooh, a slowdown. There was a slowdown from one of the drivers. I'm not too sure what happened behind them. Hit him up. A couple of positions. BR Master the leader. Alan DSC makes a questionable racing move. We don't have the most strict corner cutting strategy here. And the move has pulled him into P2. So now the Canadian, who again said, and I quote, that Silverstone is a terrible track, is giving this track a piece of his mind as he's pulled into the top 3. Now his teammates are man in the house, seemingly teleporting out of nowhere to take the race lead away from BR Master. And I don't know how he's moving across the screen. He's in one position, then he's in another position. But as it stands, our man in the house takes the lead on lap 10 to the pits. Daniel Gamer box as well. And it is softs for both drivers. So a lot of people coming out on softs. It is the correct tire to be on. No one really started their first stint on the softs. Looks like they've been saving pace for the rest of the events. Now, BR Master and Pedro are yet to box. So, interesting to see what lap they decide to come in. Are they going to try to finish this race on fresher softs than everybody else? They've got a very comfortable cushion to the cars behind. As you can see, the absolute melee taking place between the midfield teams. Real quick, click on Finn. Just click on the 20th position guy as BR Master.
Yo, what is going on, bro? What is this?
Well, we got construction going on.
Bro, he's 9 laps behind.
BR Master and Pedro, your 2 race leaders. With BR Master. Can we get his onboard real quick? BR Master is chasing his teammate who just got some airtime over the curbing. BR Master has not won a race this season, okay? And BR Master also has the wing. BR Master. But he has led Pedro for the majority of this race. And now in crunch time, he is within striking distance. Alan is 8 seconds back. That's a lot of work to do in 7 racing laps. Now 6.5. As you're making your way down Woodcote, I do believe. By the way, I was calling the one corner Cops earlier, and I forgot that that's Stowe corner. I always get Cops and Stowe mixed up. But BR Master and Pedro are now coming towards Stowe on the hanger straight. They don't have their wings open, but none of the other drivers have really posed a threat to them all day since, again, Math and the Peugeot were right there with them. But they've simply been able to pull away by their consistency. Combined consistency is, ooh! And Aston Martin in the background, that was Lartem. Lartem's in the wall. Not a good day from Lart. And that's what he deserves, because he ignored my DMs.
Yo.
It is Le Williams. They can get a 2-3 lockout. That is great for their constructors' chances. There's 5 racing laps to go. Alan is now 5.7 back. He is not out of contention yet. He still has work to do, and he really, really would like the cars in front to pick up a slowdown. You can see the strategy didn't work for Matt. It didn't work for his teammate that well either. Daniel Gamer is another 5 seconds back to Alan. But he has been consistent in the midfield. But the story now is the fact that the Porsche team is putting pressure, and that is an error from Pedro 98. Pedro 98's gonna get passed up. There's the 2-3 lockout. Now, can you chase down the leader of the race, or will you make a mistake that costs you all of your momentum as a team? And there's a huge extension from Crims Moss. He's gonna cut excessively. He hasn't really done it all day, so it shouldn't be a DSQ because it's his first offense. But Crims Moss is going to use that to launch himself into the lead of this race. Does he pick up DRS from a 1990s car? I don't think he will, as the Bendetti goes all the way off the track. Ayrton Senna's ghost is on the track, but Zyro pulling ahead of his teammates out of the stretch. And what a shakeup it is. BR Master, Pedro, the Williams, they looked like they had it in the bag. They were the team to beat, and right now, they're not only being beaten, they're getting schooled by the 2 Porsche drivers on the softs. All 4 of the leaders on the softs. Allen, not able to close further. If he can lock out the top 5, that is strong damage limitation. His teammate, it looks like, did not finish at some point in time. Might have had an incident. But Zyro, the man, the myth, the legend, who told me that he would win this race today in my DMs, has turned on the afterburner. He blues, the black and whites, but not in that sort of racial context, as Christmas leads them towards the hangar straight. What a race it is, a 4-car battle. The one time Whiteside doesn't show up, but Pedro's out. Pedro's out of contention. He's nowhere to be seen. Now in the background, he got to slow down in 2.
Yo, we are keeping that in the highlights.
And now Zyro extends all the way off that track. Warning number 3, you better not do that again, buddy. They crossed the line with 2 to go. Oh, what a race. What a drive. But the thing is now, stop worrying about the disqualification. If you're BR Master, the Porsche team has been cutting that final corner. Does he have an extra warning to spare? Because if he does, I guarantee you he cuts that last corner for that extra boost. And I would even be surprised if Zyro in the lead of this race does it as well. It is all cards on the table. You have to take the risk. This would be the first race win for Zyro in Pulse Formula League ever. In his entire PFL career, it would be a 1-2 lockout for the Porsche team, who have flipped the table. They've always been in the midfield. I've always made fun of Crims for not being able to bring himself up the leaderboards, up the rankings, and into the top 5. He hasn't had a podium, and he's under pressure from BR Master. You can make any case you want. You can say Ysai isn't here. You can say Dungeon isn't here. You can say Allen isn't having his best day, and that's why these cars are up here for chance to win. But it doesn't matter. They have been the team. Both of these teams, Williams and Porsche. But now there's only one Williams still chasing them, and he's 2.6 down to Zyro, the man who has a chance now to make history for himself and for PFL. He would be the 4th race winner of the season, and he's pulled away from Crims Moss. I don't think Crims will be as upset as he will be if he loses to BR Master for that 2nd place spot. It is the final lap. These cars just have to make it back to the front stretch. They're coming down Wellington. They're heading into Brooklands. Now into left field comes Zyro on the exit of Woodcote, all the way down the straight. Zyro Yas, the Dutchman. And now he may have a new nickname, PFL's Flying Dutchman. All he has to do is make it around half the track one more time, and he will be a PFL race winner. Crims is holding on. Allen's in the background. He's putting pressure on BR Master. He's 8/10ths back. He's gonna get the wing open coming down the backstretch. Is he able to out corner the Williams in front in the last couple of turns to upset BR Master for a P3 spot? Allen's putting a ton of pressure on him, but Zyro Yas leading Just 2 more corners to go. He's coming through. Moss cuts across. Cuts across. He wants the W, and he's gonna have it. Gets BR at the line. BR Master feels the pressure from the Peugeot, and he cannot hold on. BR and Pedro, the Williams, fall out of the podium spots. They round out the top 5, but they're going to be kicking themselves that they let the Peugeot driver get in front of them to round out the top 3. But regardless, what a drive from the Porsche team. They use the same tricks as everyone else, and it pays off. Moss, as it stands, barring FIA investigation, your winner of the Silverstone Grand Prix. What a drive from both Porsches. Zyro looks like was going to win the race, but he took the last corner cleanly. And I don't think that was in the spirit of showmanship. I think that if he had had the extra warning to spare, he may have cut the corner. But I cannot confirm that, as I was not behind the wheel, and I don't know how many penalties he had. Regardless, it is a 1-2 lockout for Porsche. Again, barring whatever the FA decides. But I'm not sure that you would overturn the race results at this point. I think, in fact, Porsche locks out the first and second positions on the grid.
We should let him up for a post-race interview.
And Zyro tells Crims that was a loser move.